Yo, what is good? And welcome to one of the dopest shows on YouTube. I'm your host, Courtnee Edgar. And listen, we got some fire topics today, dog, and we finna get grimy. You hear me? But before we do that, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and share this live stream for people who like my type of content and who want to get into some real conversations, because we talk about everything under the sun as long as it gets back to the money. You feel me? So you already know how I like to do. I like to dive right into the topics. And one of the first topics I'm gonna talk about today is something that's pretty tragic, man. And I'll let y'all. This is a video that was sent to me, and this will be my first time viewing it as well. So we'll watch the video together, and then after that, I'll get my thoughts about it. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it, bro.
Hearts are heavy tonight at Clark Atlanta University. One of their graduates, who had gone on to become a college dean of a college in California, was shot to death on the campus of Spartan College in Inglewood, California.
Dr. Kamisha Clark received 3 degrees, including her doctorate from Clark Atlanta University. That's where Fox 5's Angelique Proctor joins us now with the story all new at 5. Angelique?
Good afternoon to you both. So many people who knew and loved Dr. Kamisha Clark are just devastated tonight. They say clearly she was a rising star who is just gone too soon. The Clark Atlanta University School of Education just spotlighted Dr. Kamisha Clark on her accomplished career in March. This is
so I'm gonna read it to y'all for those people who can't actually view it. So Kamisha Clark, Dr. Kamisha Clark. Let's see, Dr. Kamisha Clark is a 3-time Clark Atlanta University alumni. Born to be in higher education, Dr. Clark earned a BA in psychology, MSW, and ED in higher educational leadership in 2020. Kamisha credits her alma mater for molding into professional she is today. Kamisha was recently appointed as the Dean of Student Affairs at Spartan College of Aeronautics and Technology, where she finds joy in supporting student success. Her dissertation explored gender differences in the use and effectiveness of adaptive learning in gateway math courses at an HBCU.
Their Instagram post about the 3-time alumnus who earned her undergraduate, master's, and educational doctorate degree from CAU and was recently promoted to the Dean of Student Affairs at Spartan College of Aeronautics and Technology in Inglewood, California. On Friday, everything changed in an instant when police say former Spartan security guard Jesse Fiegro returned to the college in a security clothes and opened fire on Dr. Clark and her assistant in what police call a targeted execution-style shooting.
I came under the lot. We were told that there was an active shooter next door.
Bro, what the fuck is wrong with people, dog? Real talk. No, real talk. What be wrong with people? Are these room 9 folks, bro? What is wrong with these people, bro? Y'all just out here shooting people for no reason. Y'all just feel as if the world has gone to shit, and so therefore y'all just think y'all can just take y'all anger out on somebody else, dog. What is wrong with y'all? That's the most hitman thing I've ever heard. What the fuck is going on?
To get into safety in the shop over here.
Officers say the suspect drove off, but they found him several hours later and took him into custody.
Give great kudos to the Inglewood Police Department, our investigators, and the LAPD officers that were vigilant, took the vehicle description and took him into custody.
After 3 days of fighting, Dr. Clark succumbed to her injuries Monday. The second victim is still being treated.
I got you, fam. I'm gonna get back to y'all, but no, man. The reason it got suspended last time because somebody was hating. They ended up DMing me and telling me that they reported my live stream, and then they wanted to deleted their account. So some sort of bot, but it is what it is, bro. You can just tell people they do the most.
Those who knew her described Dr. Clark as a shining star who was driven but also had a sweet spirit. Friends also say Dr. Clark was a strong advocate against gun violence and had started a foundation here in Atlanta to fight the use of firearms called C-Squared.
This was not a random act of violence. The suspect and victims knew each other.
That's crazy.
And again, the way they knew each other is that they all worked there at the college. I should also mention that Dr. Clark was a member of the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, and she was the granddaughter of Dr. Betty Clark, who was on the faculty for many years here at Clark Atlanta, as well as retired interim provost and vice president of academic affairs. We are live from the campus of Clark Atlanta University. Angelique Proctor.
Yo, that is fucking insane, bro. What the hell is wrong with people, bro? Real talk on every aspect of it. What is wrong with y'all? I think they need to reevaluate who they let out of the LD classes, bro. Because these are people that be in the LD classes. Real talk. In other words, the room 9 kids, bro. Come on, fam. Come on, dog. Come on, bro. Y'all be crashing out for no reason, dog. It's unnecessary. It's uncalled for. What's the purpose? Can somebody tell me what's the purpose? They killing black people. They killing white people. They killing Mexican people. Everybody killing everybody, bro. What the fuck is wrong with y'all, dog? What be on y'all mind? Y'all must be on that shit. Real talk. Y'all must be on something. Y'all must be on something. Real talk. This is wild. This is wild, man. Look, my condolences go to her family members. You know, I would not wish that on anybody, you know what I'm saying? Unless you are, a rapist or some shit like that there. And that's a whole different story, you know what I'm saying? A child predator. It's a whole different story. But I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Besides them, they're excluded from the worst enemy aspect because they need to go. They need to get gone. You feel me? But other than that, that's crazy. That's crazy. Listen, I want to go ahead and pivot over, bro, to the next topic right here. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. And if you enjoy this content and you want to show your support, the link is also in the description as well. All right, so I want to go ahead and pivot over to the next topic, man. And this one here gonna get a real uprising a lot of people, and not purposefully, but I've seen this go across my Instagram. I've seen it go across my Facebook, my YouTube, my TikTok, all these different platforms. And I wanted to speak on this because this is something crazy that I think it's outlandish. I haven't watched the full video. I've only seen, like little photos of it. So there's this statue that was put in New York City, bro. And I want to go ahead and listen to this before I give y'all my thoughts. Listen, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Listen, your savings account is robbing you blind. But don't worry, I found out a way how to make my money work for me in my sleep, and I can help you do the exact same thing. Now, this isn't no get-rich-quick scheme. This isn't no pyramid scheme. This isn't something just trust me situation. This is legit, and this is something that your every average day person can implement in their lives, and they can really get to a bag. This isn't a short-term play. It's a long-term play. There's a promo going on right now, so you definitely want to jump on it before the price goes up because this is too valuable. The link is in the description, and hey, let's get our money up. Let's get back to the video.
Jihad since the summer of love. Christopher Columbus, Teddy Roosevelt, George Washington, even Honest Abe, even Frederick Douglass all got torn down. Statues are important. They tell the American story. But the left wants to desecrate and forget our heroes and erect their own statues.
I guarantee all of those people that's pulling down those statues are I'm talking far. They far over there. Them Democrats, boy. Them Democrats, them liberals, them heavyweight liberals. I guarantee it.
In Times Square, a giant statue of a black woman just went up. And when I heard about the statue, I was open-minded. American heroes come in. All shapes and sizes. Who is this woman? What did she do to get a statue? A nice one, too. Nothing. This isn't a real person. It's a DEI statue. The sculptor says she's a fictional character who's meant to contrast the statues of white men in Times Square, like Father Duffy, a World War I hero who actually accomplished something. The artist calls this fake lady a modern-day David. The contrapposto pose of her body and the ease of her stance is a subtle nod to Michelangelo's David. Huh. David was a celebration of the human form. Not sure what this statue's. Celebrating. If you were going to put up a fake statue, why not make her happy and healthy? Not slap a big scowl on her face and her hands on her hips. This is what they want us to aspire to be?
I agree.
If you work hard, you can be overweight and anonymous?
So you can be overweight and anonymous.
They don't like real statues because it reminds them of our society's merit-based system. They want a society based on equity, where achievement isn't celebrated, equal outcomes are. So they celebrate mediocrity instead of triumph.
And this is one of the reasons they are getting, this is one of the reasons why Trump is getting rid of DEI. We getting rid of the participation trophy situation. This is what this is. People want to, this is a celebration of mediocrity right here. This is the prime example of, hey, who the fuck wants to aspire to be this? Who? When you're walking down the street and you see this statue of this 12-foot obese black woman, that because I guarantee that's what it is. That's what they made a sculpture of. So I'm not just going against the grain here. That's exactly what I'm looking at. It's a 12-foot statue of a black woman with her hands on her hips, obese. No, you can't tell she is obese. You know what obese is. You know what obese is. Let's not do that. Let's not play that game. Let's not play that game. She's obese. Her BMI is too high. Yes, she is. She's obese. That is considered obese. How I'm playing. Go Google. You know what? Let me do it. I guess we about to derail early. I guess we're about to do a quick derailment. Real quick. Let's look up the word obese. Google obese, right? Watch this. Definition of obese. Obesity is a chronic disease that occurs when a person's body weight is above what's considered healthy for their height. It is associated with health risks, including cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and metabolic conditions. Obesity is defined by a body mass index, BMI, above 30 for adults. It is characterized by excessive accumulation of body fat. Let me read that again. It is characterized by excessive accumulation of body fat, usually caused by consuming more calories than the body can use. A BMI of 30 or higher is usually benchmarked for obesity. What are you talking about? So let me give you a prime example what obesity could potentially be. Let me look it up. Let me just so I can give you the clear definition and give you what obesity actually is. Watch this. Cause y'all playing with me today, bro. Y'all playing with me today. So BMI between 25.0 and 29.9 equates with overweight equates with overweight, while 30 plus and above indicates obesity. Hormonal imbalances such as ghrelin levels or polycystic ovary syndrome can contribute to obesity. Athletes with high muscle mass may have a high BMI, but not necessarily obese. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You talking about BMI is still wrong. Understand? What do you mean? Obesity is obesity. So if you're 5 foot, so let's give you an example. If you are 5'3" and you weigh 195 pounds, are you telling me that you aren't necessarily obese? You're 5'3", 190 pounds. You mean to tell me that ain't obese? You don't even have to point out. You could point out a random 5'3" person and tell if they're obese or not. We're not finna play this game. No, we not. Not today, we ain't. Not today. You ain't finna play in my face. No, we ain't. Nope. Not today. BMI. Okay, so no, they're not outdated. They are the same because you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be a certain weight. But because people are trying to normalize being obese, you think it has changed. It is the same. A 5'9" person is supposed to be anywhere between 150 to 160 something pounds. That's how much you're supposed to be. Your average individual. I don't need to look into. I just told you the definition of it. Listen, if you want to normalize being fat, go ahead. If you want to be big, go ahead. Do your thing. But we understand what BMI is. We understand what obesity is. And if you don't want to accept the truth and you don't want to accept the facts on it, that's your own problem. Let's move on. That's on you, big dog. I ain't finna argue with people, man.
Our nation has hundreds of statues honoring Black Americans.
We don't know who this person's supposed to be. They ain't did nothing spectacular. Just an average individual, obese. She got a fupa. That's a fupa. Nothing. She's done nothing. She's done nothing. Nothing extraordinary. Nothing that goes into history. Nothing that we can read about. Nothing. And that's fine. Hey, look, that's fine. Have your cookies, do your thing. But we still got to understand, though, what they're showing right here is mediocrity. That's what they want to see. They want to see people be mediocre. That's what they want to see. They want to see mediocrity. Even if you aren't in the place where you want to be physically, but you're striving to get to that point. This ain't the person to look at. This is crazy. Listen to this shit. Hey, y'all, listen to this. They said, your voice too soft for you to be shaming. Nigga, I'll shame whoever the hell I want to. I don't care if my voice was deep or not. Nigga, I'll shame you. I'll clown you. Listen, bro, we about to go on a derailment today. I've been ready for this. I've been ready to go at some people today. Don't play with me, dog. Don't play with me, dog. What's wrong with y'all?
Harriet Tubman, Duke Ellington.
Don't let the voice fool you.
Rosa Parks. We could go on and on and on. But they've built a statue in Times Square.
Look at this. Look at this. She got a fupa, thighs rubbing together. She got a pot belly. She got the rose hanging over. Man, going on somewhere.
They've done it for Michelle Obama or Kamala Harris or Oprah Winfrey. Usually you have to earn a statue.
And I guarantee the same ones up here talking that noise, y'all probably overweight and obese too.
I'd give one to Jalen Brunson. He's carrying the next on his back.
Exactly. Give it to
anyone but a fake lady.
That's what I'm saying. Ain't doing nothing extraordinary.
What does New York think about the DEI statue?
Average ass person. Ain't nobody trying to aspire to be that. Look at this. Look at this. Hands on the hips, got an attitude already.
Do you know who this woman is?
No. I have no idea, no.
Look at this. Look at this.
Nope. I have no idea, no.
No, I do not.
Do you have any idea of maybe something that she accomplished that got her a statue?
Something with equal rights? I don't know.
Something to do.
Risk Rich Ev, I would have done the same. Okay, go ahead and crash out there, big dog, when your ass in jail and getting your go ahead and crash out, homie. Go ahead and crash out, big dog. Do your thing, bro. Man, this is
With like the black community.
Part of the
I'll
BLM
get to y'all in
movement.
a second.
What if I told you
No,
she accomplished nothing?
Really?
It's supposed to embody everybody. Does that make sense to you?
This is crazy.
No.
This is
I think I feel totally represented by that.
You do?
No.
I feel like it's a good representation for New York, especially because it's
How's that a good representation? How's it a good representation? How? Where? Where, dog? Y'all really? How is it a good representation, bro? How?
towards the BBW women and a lot
I'm sorry,
of people,
what's BBW?
big black, like the big black women.
What do you
Big
think about her
body women?
pose? Is that a good pose?
No, I
Exactly.
don't think she's happy to be here.
People are comparing it to Michelangelo's David. How do you think
Now, I
it
will
stacks up?
say this. I will say this. They need to ask more black people, though. They do got a lot of white people answering about this. They do need to ask some more black people, though. I will say that.
She's wearing more clothes. She's not naked. No.
What you doing? What you doing in a situation if somebody shoots and kill your mama? You stand opposite, folks. Bro, what the hell are y'all talking about? We on a whole different conversation. What the hell are you talking about? We talking about something totally different. You still on that conversation about the dad crashing out? We'll get to that. Don't worry. Just stay tuned. We're gonna get to it. Don't worry about it.
Would it be better if she were?
That's a tough question.
Who do you think she voted for?
I would say Trump.
I think she voted for Trump.
Probably Kamala.
Why do you think that?
Black Lives
My bad, big dog.
Matter.
My bad.
Probably didn't
Kyle.
vote
Why?
because she's stuck here the whole day. She couldn't get to the polls.
How does she make you feel?
Like a baddie.
See, look at that. Look at that. That's what I'm saying, bro. Yeah, go ahead, leave it up there. So when other people walk by and they know that they are in great shape and they're doing what they're supposed to do to become the best version of themselves, and they look at that statue like, I'm glad I don't look like that, and keep on walking. Yeah, go ahead, put it up there. Go ahead.
Peace, standing in the middle of Times Square. What a beautiful time.
Jimmy Fail is the host of Fox News Saturday Night.
There it is.
Have you checked this statue out?
I've watched it. It is not quite Michelangelo's David. It's more like Michelangelo's Lizzo, if we're going to be honest.
You feel me?
And when I say Michelangelo, I mean the migrant dressed as the Ninja Turtle, Michelangelo.
Oh, that Michelangelo.
That's hanging out in Times
the
Square.
one that my son plays with.
Amen. Everything wrong with liberals is.
Thank you. I don't think it's. Elizabeth said, I don't think it's an accurate depiction of black women. All the ones I know do not look like this. Exactly. Thank you. That's exactly my point. But it's the big, it's the ones, it's the hit dogs that holler. I know black women who don't look like that. What are you talking about? I know black women who don't look like that. That's my point.
Is they're into slacktivism,
but they're using that. But they're using this as a statue to represent, I guess, your average black woman. I'm guessing. I don't know, or any woman who may feel as if they relate to this. I don't know, but no, it's a no for me, dog. It's a no. It's a heavy no for me. Nah.
Supposed to be outreach to the minority community, changing a statue. But you don't improve test scores or lower crime by changing what a pigeon goes potty on in the park. Because that's ultimately what a statue, that's its impact on society, is it's a restroom for things that fly. But you understand, it's called, I love this. I looked at the placard. It's called Grounded in the Stars. That's what this is supposed to mean.
What does that mean?
Well, it's a fancy way of saying you're grounded in weed and bum pee, because what is in Times Square right now?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Which black woman did they consult? Which one? I don't know. They damn sure didn't consult the right one. That's for fucking sure.
And if you wanted to make a statue that memorialized the women of Times Square, it would be a hooker with an Adam's apple. Let's be honest. This is embarrassing.
It's insulting because there's so many other great statues you can put up.
It's highly insulting. Real talk. If anybody wants to be in the uproar, in the outrage about something, this is something to be outraged about as a black woman. This is something to be outraged as a black woman. This is when y'all should be outraged. They put a statue of I guess an average woman who ain't accomplished shit in life. And they decided to put this up here as a representation of y'all. He said she built like Queen Latifah. I'm saying though, brother. That's what I'm saying. And they want to get mad. They want to get mad when I call it out, though. They want to get mad. They want to get mad. This is when you should be in the outrage, because I don't agree with it. They should take that shit down and try again, or just don't try it at all. This ain't cool, bro.
Black, white, skinny, obese. It doesn't matter. It's about the accomplishment, not what they look like. It's just an identity politics statue.
Oh, it's total scam. Think about what it is. DC has a statue of Marion Barry. He was elected mayor twice. Now the statue does have a crack in it. Hey, there it is. And you know how you mentioned maybe we should make one for Michelle Obama? That is actually a no, because she would complain forever. Would you want to be that sculptor? Yo, she is the Meghan Markle of politics. She complained about everything. But the point is, there are people to honor, and there's really one point. When you tear down statues, what people don't get is, yes, those folks didn't share our values. But the reason our values evolved is because of those folks. They were the best people in the world at the time who moved the ball forward on behalf of this country. That's why it's a scam. What did she move forward besides a rolling pin on a pie she was making?
Are you sure this isn't Tish James?
No. You want to know why? Do you want to know why?
Why?
Because she would have been devaluing the value of the statue, saying it was only worth $4 million. It was probably worth 12.
All right. Well,
look at this, bro. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. Real talk. Look at this shit. That's a major fail right there. That is a major fail. And whoever created this, whoever decided to, give the go to this statue, you need to have a conversation with some people. For real, bro. You need to have your feet to the fire. And all y'all black women, the ones who like to be outraged about a lot of things, this is the time for y'all to get outraged, because this is not a great representation of a black woman. That's all that's it, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm. If you want to support the channel, the link is in the description. Oh man, the link is in the description, bro. So I want to make a quick pivot detour real quick about this conversation, bro. So a good friend of mine, he sent me a video of Angel Reese. And Angel Reese, I don't know what's going on with these WNBA players. I don't know who been talking to them. I don't know who been hyping them up, but they've gone a little too far. So apparently, Angel Reese is saying that WNBA star Prime Brittany Griner would beat Prime Allen Iverson 1v1. What? Security, somebody come get him. Let me say it again. Angel Reese, WNBA, Angel Reese says Prime Brittany Griner would beat Prime Allen Iverson 1v1. Prime. Now, last time I checked, we all know who Allen Iverson is. And we all know who Brittany Griner is, for the most part. You know what I'm saying? I don't know whether listen. I ain't gonna go there. But she in the WNBA. Should she be in the NBA? I don't know. That's neither here nor there. But to say that she will beat Prime Allen Iverson, you got to be sick in the head. You have to have been an LD in high school. You had to be. You had to be an LD. You had to be in that classroom that was down the hall when you hear all the kids screaming. You had to be to sit here and think that. Brittany Griner can barely dunk, and she right at the rim. She can barely get off the ground when she dunk. Slow as molasses. Can't stay in front of a guard in the WNBA. But you think that she can guard a prime Allen Iverson? What? Where? She couldn't guard a statue if she was standing in front of it. So what makes you think she's gonna be able to guard Allen Iverson? Couldn't nobody in the NBA guard Allen Iverson? Not even Michael Jordan himself. So what makes her think that Brittany Griner, big, slow, tall, goofy looking ass, gonna be able to guard Allen Iverson? Prime Allen Iverson at that. Boy, I almost. Y'all about to make me break something here. She getting way ahead of herself. She's getting way ahead of herself. I get it. You know, you trying to create some buzz for the WNBA. Do your thing. But don't start getting crazy. Don't start getting out of pocket, because now you're getting disrespectful. You getting disrespectful at this point. Please don't. Because you already was slick saying that, you know, because you play the same position as LeBron James, you think you should get paid the same. Boy, y'all, hey man, hey, somebody better talk to these girls, man. Somebody better talk to them. As a former collegiate hooper myself, Brittany Griner couldn't even stay in front of me. So what makes you think, dog, you know what? Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Summer Rose says she should get paid the same. Why do you think that she should get paid the same? What is it that Angel Reese does? Can you tell me that? What is it that she do? And have you seen her play? Because if you've seen her play and you've seen LeBron James play, you can't be saying, you got to be trolling. You got to be trolling me right now. I know I must be in the matrix, because there's no way you believe that. You trolling me. You know what? I ain't taking it serious. I know you lying. You don't even believe that. I ain't finna play with you, Summer. I ain't finna play with you. I ain't finna play with you, dog. I'm not. You trying to play with me, dog. No diddy. But yeah, no, absolutely not. Listen, I'm a huge LeBron fan, but I am supporting Hey, support him. But you ain't got a lie to support him, though. You ain't got a lie. You can support. I support the WNBA, but however, I ain't finna sit here and lie and be naive about the situation and say they deserve to get paid the same amount as the NBA. That's crazy to say. First of all, they got to be able to do it on their own until the NBA to stop subsidizing them. That's one. And then on top of that, they got to be able to bring in the revenue. On top of that, once you bring in the revenue, you also have to be able to profit as well. So yeah, they don't deserve the same pay. They get paid pennies because they don't bring no money in. That's why they get paid pennies. You got to bring, the reason the NBA gets paid so much is because they bring in the revenue. They bring in the profits. They bring in the fans. That's why they get paid more. And that's why the WNBA gets paid pennies. So if they really want to really start getting paid, tell the NBA to stay out of it. Let them subsidize, let them make their own money and not be subsidized by the NBA. Get some great marketing. Hey, look, they've been doing really well lately with the marketing that they've been doing. They've been doing really well, but you still need to bring in the fans. By the way, love them, but you talk crazy. Hey, I might talk crazy. I'm from Alabama, so it is what it is. But at the end of the day, nah, you bugging. You bugging. Absolutely not. You got me. You got me bent right now. That's crazy. That's crazy. That was just a little quick hitter right there, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. So I want to go ahead. I want to go over here to this good one. This really good one. So I didn't get a chance to watch this full clip. So I don't know if y'all know who Anton Daniels is. You know, they have this panel and it gets crazy on there. It gets real crazy on there. And I like to tune in a lot. And so since this situation has happened with the father, you know, running over and killing the retired officer, you know, I've had my thoughts about it. I had my opinions about it because I just didn't agree with the father, what the father did. I don't, and to this day, I still don't agree with it. Did the 18-year-old deserve to get unalive? Absolutely not. But you know what I'm saying? There's no, I don't believe in the eye for an eye situation. I don't believe in that. So I want to go ahead and dive into this topic and dive into this next one. Yeah, let's go ahead. Nope, I lied. Hold up, y'all. I lied. There's another part that I want to talk about before we get to that. And that's the ratchetness of a lot of these women out here. And sad to say, listen, I don't want to say it, but I don't want to say it. I'm going to let y'all see it. I'm going to let y'all view it. And then we'll talk about it. So there are some black women in Lululemon twerking. I'm just going to say that. And now let's watch the video. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my God, dog. Look at this. Look at this.
I did not know they had male Lululemon. Oh, what the fuck?
Look at this ratchet shit. Look at this ratchet shit. And then y'all be wanting people to take y'all serious. Y'all in here twerking inside of a public store. All right, have a good night. They in here twerking inside a public store. And y'all wonder why the owner of Lululemon told y'all that. Y'all wonder why he said it ain't for y'all. It ain't for y'all. He looked for a certain type of demographic of people. And that ain't it. Look at this. Stank booties all over. Obeseness all over. BBLs all over. Ratchet. Look at Maylene. Not even Maylene. Look at Sarah Beth. She's just trying to shop. She's just trying to get her clothes and get the hell up out of there. She ain't trying to see all this. And it's the biggest ones in there doing splits and doing the most. Look at this. Read this. Yeah. Why, fam? Why? I'm done. I don't want to watch that no more, bro. I don't want to watch it no more. I don't want to watch it no more, man. And y'all wonder why people don't take y'all serious. Y'all wonder why people don't want to take y'all serious, dog. Y'all so extra. Y'all want to claim victimhood. Y'all want to be victims, but then you go out here in public and you act the fucking fool. You act like you don't know how to act in the public place, dog. You wonder why people treat you the way they treat you, because the way you act, the way you present yourself, the way you put yourself out there. Then you get mad when people call you out on it. What? See what I'm saying? You thought y'all calling me crazy, y'all calling me the coon, but yet look at the shit that y'all do. I don't want my name tied to that. I don't want to be tied to that ratchet shit, because I ain't ratchet. For real, bro. Nah, nope.
Listen, your savings account is robbing you blind. But don't worry, I found out a way how to make my money work for me in my sleep, and I can help you do the exact same thing. Now, this isn't no get rich quick scheme. This isn't no pyramid scheme. This isn't something just trust me situation. This is legit, and this is something that your every average day person can implement in their lives, and they can really get to a bag. This isn't a short-term play. It's a long-term play. There's a promo going on right now, so you definitely want to jump on it before the price goes up, because this is too valuable. The link is in the description, and hey, let's get our money up. Let's get back to the video.
Shit's crazy, bro. Let's get into it. Shout out to Anton Daniels, bro. Out here putting in work.
Can't assume, oh, this white woman is approaching this black man because she might got a fetish. That is wild. That is, I wouldn't assume that.
That's a lot more common than you think, Q. And I've heard that a lot from black men. I've also heard it from a few white women.
But the same way you just said you don't think it's predatory, or you don't think the way that Brandon said it was, is he feels like it's intentional.
Can intentional?
So he feels
can intentional and predatory be synonymous in this situation?
Lay down.
I think that is just a little bit concerning, only because it's not. I don't have an issue because, like, I will approach men as well, depending, because most of the time men just stare, and I'm like, okay, let me introduce myself since you over here staring at me. That's kind of how I am. But I think that Brandon, my only concern is that you said that you never approached a woman.
No, I didn't say I never approached, but I'll say like,
okay, I heard never.
I'll say.
Let me pause the video real quick, and let me address this real quick. Let me address this comment real quick. So, JWOP says, JWP Gang says, the video you posted was just stupid, bro. You don't know what you're talking about with my people. With my people? Nigga, do it look like I'm a different race? The hell are you talking about? Oh, let me guess. You and your emotions, big dog. You don't know how to think critically. You only think emotional. You still on the plantation, huh? That's what you are, huh? It was stupid because you don't agree with it, huh? Because a man like me know how to think outside the box. A man like me knows how to think objectively versus running in the victim Olympics and thinking I'm the victim and thinking everybody is after me and woe is me, huh? That's what you thinking, huh? I get it. That's what you thinking.
For like the last 5 years, I haven't approached not one woman.
Why is that bothersome to y'all that he don't approach?
I was just about to ask that.
It's bothersome to me only because he said, like they were mentioning, that white women tend to be more intentional. So it's not like it doesn't raise red flags to you when all of these women just kind of come to you and like on a consistent basis. You said within the last 5 years.
It was predatory.
Well, the two black women are
predatory though. But
what is the predatory part? Why do you keep mentioning predatory? Is that are you limiting that to non-black women? Like why do you keep talking about predatory? Are you linking that to white women?
She's talking about fetishizing men. That's black men. That's what she's referring to.
Okay, so it's limited to non-black women.
Shoot, I'll be honest. They can use me too. I don't care.
Well, no, I'm just curious because it seems like you're associating with predatory actions based off of race.
No, Not necessarily.
Yes, you are.
I
Yes,
don't.
you
I'm
are,
not
Jess.
saying that.
Yes,
it's
yes, you
predatory.
are, Jess. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes,
He got
you
approached
are.
by a black
Stop
woman.
lying.
Would you ask him if he thought that was predatory as well?
No, because that's not the subject.
So it's a race thing. So I'm confused.
No,
as
it's
to-
not. For me, I'm not saying predatory. For
No, Jerry,
me,
not you. Not you. I'm sorry, ma'am. Not you. I'm talking about Jess.
If I may, I mean,
Oh, here she goes.
I mean, a fact is a fact. White women do fetishize black men, so I understand what Jess was saying. I'm not saying they all do, but what I'm saying is that you do hear them say, "Oh, I want a nice chocolate baby, and I want a man that looks like this."
Don't. Oh, but I swear, man, some of y'all just be talking. Y'all swear y'all smart. Y'all swear the shit y'all be saying, y'all be cooking, and y'all don't.
It's not.
So let me pose a question then. So if you're a black woman and you want to be with the black man, that means you want a chocolate baby, right? You want a chocolate baby, right? You want you a beautiful chocolate baby, right? We can agree to that, right? So if a white woman says that she want a chocolate baby, why all of a sudden the narrative changes? Why? It's because she's white. You make it a race thing. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You make it a race thing. Why? How come the white woman can't say she want a chocolate baby? Like, what are we talking about?
Not like I just want to get to know this man. It's not like a normal thing with them.
What the fuck are you talking about, Jazz?
Most of the time.
But all due respect, Jazz, don't you want a chocolate baby?
In fact,
Well, yeah,
exactly.
'cause I'm pro-black.
So what's the difference?
I'm pro-black, so I'm gonna always want a chocolate baby. Why would a white woman want a chocolate baby though? Especially when
why can't you have a chocolate baby?
Miss
What's the
Ava,
problem with
if I may please, because just give me 1 second. So if she wants to have a chocolate baby, that's fine, but it's just like, why? When you unpack the why as to why a white woman,
why not?
White parents will want specifically a black child, knowing that there are such cultural differences. There's a whole entire way that you have to raise black children in this country. I know y'all swear that's all a fallacy, but the reality is just that.
Y'all are
okay.
I'm sorry, Ava.
I know you think Ava. I know you think racism don't exist, baby.
For this one,
but it does. All right.
So-
And unfortunately, give me 1 second. Excuse me, ma'am. Why are you so ready? Why are you so ready? We get it. You hate black people. We get it. Let me finish though. Before you so ready to jump on black folks, calm down. Ain't you a little black? Relax. You're weird. I'm weird, but you're the one cutting me off, calling me weird because you just can't hold yourself to talk crazy about black people. You're still weird. Okay, well, let me finish my thought. What are you talking about? This is weird. This is weird because I'm not even talking to you. Calm your ass down.
I'm talking to you though.
We good.
But I'm not.
Like
No, we not.
Let her finish and then Ava can go.
Like, girl.
And I want to jump in too.
It's ridiculous. So all I'm saying is this. If you want to, I ain't even gonna get into the whole kid thing. It is a known fact that these white women do fetishize and kind of prey on black men, specifically for reasons outside of actually appreciating and loving that black man, right? So that's where the fetishization kind of comes into play. And shit, I kind of lost my train of thought.
No, I hear what you're saying. So can I ask you the reason why
let Ava go and then you can go. Ava, do you want to talk? I mean, you want to say something? Okay, go ahead.
No, it's just weird. I just don't understand. Like, y'all are fucking living in like this fucking twilight zone. That shit is blowing my fucking mind. Why would a white woman want a black baby?
You in a twilight zone.
That's what she
I remember
what I wanted to say now.
What you
I remember
mean?
Now.
What you mean? Well, wait a minute. What you mean? Why would a white woman want a black? Everybody's not the same.
Fact.
This white woman, she loves black men. She want a mixed child. She want a black baby. So what? So y'all are this shit is jealousy at the end of the fucking day.
Girl,
it boils down to nothing but jealousy. Y'all are so jealous of white women for what reason I do not know.
Girl,
y'all
go to hell right now.
Oh, now it's go to hell. Ah,
go to hell right now.
Look at this. Look at this.
Go to hell right now.
Fucking woman, right? I thought black woman was the fucking prize. I thought black woman was the shit. I thought black woman was the be all end all. Y'all are so jealous of white women. It's insane. And black women are so dope that you really don't even have no reason to have all this damn hate and ill in your heart because a white woman.
I'm gonna say it, bro. Jazz a racist, bro. She is a racist. I'm calling a spade a spade. I'm calling it a spade, dog. This chick right here, she may tell you straight forefront in her own mind that no, I'm not. No, I'm just pro black. You racist, dog. You racist, bro. Real talk. You are everything that comes out of your mouth. Why does a white woman want a black baby? I mean, because when you unpack it, you can really get down to it to figure out why she wants to be with the black man. Probably because it varies by person to person. Black people aren't a monolith, white people aren't a monolith, Mexicans aren't a monolith. What are we talking about right now? This goes back to what I've been saying for the long run. You got a subgroup of black people, bro, who swear up and down, bro, who swear that there's a subgroup, dog, that I just can't align myself with, dog. I can't. They got this negative energy. They got this condescending tone. They got this victimhood mentality. They think the world is against them. They think that the white man is still in power. For some reason, they still think that we in the 1912s. They act like they can't move and do the things that they want to do when they want to do it and how they want to do it. Still claiming victim. They're mad. They're mad because Sarah Beth wants to date John. So what? Let it be. It is what it is. You ain't dating this nigga. You weren't paying him no mind. So why does it matter? Y'all saw the videos. Y'all saw the previous videos that I just played. Don't nobody want to be with that. Now, again, that's not all black women. And I already said that in the previous video. That statue was not a great representation of black women. It wasn't. But then there is a subgroup of black women that things ain't checking for like that. And that subgroup was the individuals in Lululemon. Ain't nobody checking for that, bro. Ain't nobody trying to wife that and take that home to their parents. Y'all want to play victim on everything, bro.
Want to have a black baby. What is this? 18.
We're jealous and we got hate in heart. Wait a minute, we got hate in our heart, but a grown ass white woman sat there and looked at a black child and called it the N-word. But we're that one white woman, or however many there are out here who would call a black kid the N-word. Cool, we know that they are out here, but that doesn't necessarily mean that every white person is willing and wanting to do that. That's the point. That's just like saying, you know how stupid you sound, Jazz. That's just like saying, hey, we see these thugs out here, so that means we're gonna look at every black person like that. Every black person, because we saw that YN over there with the shiesty over his face, with the dreads and shit, or whatever the case may be, with the pants sagging. We think all y'all like that. Then guess what you gonna say then? You gonna then play victim. Well, all of us aren't like that. Black people are the monolith. You're doing the same exact thing, bro. You are a racist, Jazz. 1000%. I'm calling the spade a spade. I don't care if this video gets back to her. I don't care. I'm calling it what it is. You either got a lot of hate or a lot of trauma in your heart, and you need to release that shit, bro. You need to go talk to God. You need to go sit down. You need to go pray. You need to go do something, bro. Because this mentality that you got,
Oh hell no! I feel bad for you. For if you got a man, I feel bad for him.
The haters. We're the jealousy ones. No. You can shut up right now, Ava, because you sounding real crazy, and it's not contributing to the thing. Like I said, we
your fucking mouth. But when a white woman has reached her level and she say some shit, it's the end of the fucking world. But
yes, it is, because you shouldn't be okay with racism.
They call them everything in the world. But they say something, it's a problem. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, it is. Why y'all?
And that's why, mind you, and that's why. Give me a second. Let's see. Varieties. Yeah, I don't know what to say. The problem is Black people think the N-word just applies to all Black people rather than one particular flavor. Everybody can tell the difference between white trash, redneck, hillbilly, and white guy. Absolutely. That's my point. And that's my point. You feel me? That is my point. Because she's trying to align every white person as if they're the same. No, they ain't. Because if you say that all white people are the same, then you got to say all Black people are the same. All Mexicans are the same. All Asians are the same. So then you have to go down that entire list and say everybody in this race is the same. And now how ridiculous does that sound? No race is a monolith. But the way that this woman spews out, she has a lot of hate in her heart. She has a lot of hate in her heart. She got to get that demon up out of there. She got to get that demon up out of there. Real talk. Whatever she went through in her past, she need to heal.
You fucking body.
Why are you so okay with racism? Why are you so okay with racism?
And then trying to put it back on her. Why are you so okay with racism? Why it ain't the fact.
Okay with racism. Why are you so okay with racism?
The Black woman's ass. Everybody do not have to kiss the Black woman's ass. You don't have shit. You don't own shit. You don't run shit. You don't do shit. Nobody has to kiss y'all ass.
Ava spitting right now. Nobody likes the shittier people of their race. The ones who drag them down and embarrass the rest. White people need to shame shitty white people. Blacks need to shame shitty. Exactly. You get it. Exactly. You get it. You get it 1000%. And that's the same thing that I always say. I'm going to hold my people. When I see shitty people doing shitty shit, I'm going to hold them accountable. That's what I'm going to do. But you also see there's that same group that you hold accountable. You can tell who they are. They typically always look the same. It's wild because, again, like you said, like with rednecks, right? You can look at a redneck and tell, like, oh yeah, that's a redneck right there. 1000%. They have a profile. They have a certain profile. Just like there's a certain subgroup of Black people, they have a certain profile. You be like, yeah, I'm staying away from them. I'm staying away from that. I'm gonna go this way instead of go this way. You feel me? So nah, I'm not. I ain't rocking.
Y'all need to walk into reality.
Anton loving this content, boy.
He loving it because Anton feels the same way.
No, I don't think he feels the same way.
He definitely do.
I don't think he does.
Anton like, hey, bro, why I'm catching strays, bro?
It's not kissing y'all ass.
This is
racism.
Hey, do you mind if I jump in?
Why are you so okay with racism? I'm gonna start reading y'all. Why are you so okay with racism? Why
y'all both yelling, but just because you loud when you right.
All right, bro.
Why are you so okay with racism?
Appreciate you for tapping in.
Why are you so okay with racism? Why are you okay with
white men and white women?
Why are you so okay with racism?
All over social media, every time a white girl come across the screen, y'all Black asses sitting up there saying some ill shit.
But girl, don't nobody pay attention to them. They the ones that pay the most attention to us. They're the ones that pay attention to us. What are you talking about? Why are you so okay with racism?
Listen, man. All I'm gonna say is this. I don't know if y'all been watching the news. I don't know if y'all been watching TV. I don't know if y'all, but a lot of these white women, they starting to say fuck what y'all talking about. A lot of these white women, they don't care no more. A lot of them are getting to that point. They are starting not to care. They don't care what you say about them. They gonna move how they. If they like black men, they gonna like black men, regardless of what you say. And they gonna look at you like, what you gonna do about it? For real, they gonna tell you what you gonna do about it. Ain't nothing you gonna do about it. Yup, I'm with a black man, and what you gonna do? Nothing. Why you looking at me like that? Like I'm telling you, bro, they ain't backing down from y'all ladies no more, because all y'all do is cry and hoop and holler. Y'all whine, y'all play victim about every damn thing. Y'all want people to respect y'all. You want to be the queen, but you don't act like it. You ain't moving like one. And then you get mad when John ends up finding him a Sarah Beth, and she's giving him everything that he needs, and she's fulfilling all of his needs and doing the things that she's supposed to do as a wife, as you know, as a spouse. Y'all get mad. Well, I don't see why is it that, you know, the black men are marrying more of the white women? Well, it could be a little bit a part of the way that a lot of y'all act, but that's not always the case. So I'll preface it by saying this: it could be proximity. It could be the school that they go to. Could have been a predominantly white school. And so that's what they were always around. So therefore, that's what they just are accustomed to. So therefore, that's what they end up with. Or it could be a situation where this guy, he wanted to date black women, or but that specific type of black woman that he wanted didn't want him. So he was like, you know what, I'm gonna appreciate it, not tolerate it. What you gonna do? And the part is, and the thing is, you know what's so crazy to me is the fact that the biggest conversation is always about why black men are with white women. Y'all don't hear black men over here talking about what shit, man. I don't know why that black chick with the white man. I don't know why. We don't care. Do your thing. Like, hey, if that works for you, do your thing. But we ain't over here having conversations about it. We ain't over here. Why y'all over here getting married to the man? Why you doing that? Come on, queen. You got to do better than that. Like, ain't nobody doing all that, man. Hey, are you happy? Is he doing everything that you want? Is he doing everything that, you know, that's fulfilling you, making you happy? Bet, do your thing. But when it comes to the black man and he's dating outside his race, then it's an issue. Then it becomes a problem. Then it's, oh, well, these women fetishize the black man. No, not all of them. Now, are there some? I'm pretty sure there are. But it's not all of them.
Okay with racism? Why are you okay with racism? Why you so
want a black baby and that shit bothers your bird ass fucking brain in 2025? You're a fucking weirdo. You're a fucking weirdo. Take your ass back to the motherfucking 1800s if this what the fuck you want to be.
Cooking.
Ava cooking. Why
go to work, Ava.
Racism.
Talk your talk, big dog.
Tell us more. Yeah. This is sad. Okay, let's move on. Very sad. We gonna move on.
How did I get involved in this? And I didn't even.
Ava, your mic is
Ava, why are you so obsessed with racism? Why are you okay?
How did I get involved in this? And I didn't.
Anton, because I said that.
Anton, you did that last week.
What's happening right now?
No, Jasmine said I do something.
Yeah, that part I don't agree.
No, I know you totally agree with Ava and everything that she said.
I haven't even said anything about
you don't have to say anything for me to already know that you agree with her. It's fine. But what I'm saying is, Ava, why are you so okay with racism?
Jazz, can I just jump in real quick? Because I was really just asking you.
Why you so mad at the people that racism affects and not mad at the
relax.
people?
RM, you gonna get your chance, bro. Calm down, fam. You gonna get your chance. It's a lot of y'all on the panel. Let them rock out. Let Ava and Jazz go at it, bro. Calm down. You gonna get your opportunity to speak, fam.
Flip the racism on other people.
You're muted.
And if we don't have to be living in the 1900s to still be dealing with the ramifications of racism. And I'm so glad that we're bringing this up right now because I have notes tonight.
I tried.
And if you guys want notes and actual footnotes on how systemic racism affects us today, we can run it right down, baby. You're talking, you're on mute. You're talking and you're on mute. You might as well just keep be quiet, baby. You're screaming at yourself.
Wait, hold on. Maybe she can hear us. Ava, you're muted.
She can't hear. She can't hear us because all she's doing is screaming.
No, I think she has a delay.
Yeah.
I think she has a delay. Can you hear us?
Just screaming in the name, windmilling for racism.
You can't hear you.
Windmilling for white supremacy. Windmilling for a white woman.
You gotta leave and come back.
Nigga.
Hold on, Jazz.
You goofy as hell, girl.
Leave and come back because I think you're mic.
Just leave.
So Jazz, what is is there a fundamental problem with Black men preferring white women?
No, but you don't have to tear down Black women.
No, I was asking Jazz. No, Jazz.
I know, I heard you.
Well, why you well, if you know you heard him, then why the fuck are you answering then, Jazz? Now, see what I'm saying, bro? Just little shit like that. If he said Jazz, and then he asked Jazz a question, why the fuck are you answering Jazz? And then you gonna get at it? Well, I know I heard you. Well, why the fuck are you talking? See what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's little shit, bro. It's little shit, man. Sometimes just shut up. And you think
because she's really passionate about this, and I'm really trying to understand.
Damn, Jazz.
I'm genuinely trying to understand what the fundamental problem is, and I want you to also understand something that you might not, and this all with all due respect, that your disapproval of a Black man choosing a white woman. Now, I'm not saying you personally, I'm just saying the sentiment, right? That you're pro something, which in turn means that you're anti.
No,
I am.
and that's where you're wrong. And I'm gonna tell you why you think that.
I'm not saying, what I'm saying is you have to take the time to allow me to feel that way. Even though that's not your intention, that's how it comes across.
That's not what it is.
I'm not saying that's what you're intending, but that's exactly what I
hear.
It's
not. No. Okay. Are you done? I'm sorry. Go ahead. Are you done? Can I respond?
Sure.
May I respond? Sure. Thank you. So, first of all, I don't care if these Black men feel like all these Black women are just so bad and they feel safer with these white women.
Look at her condescending tone, bro. Look at her condescending tone. That's hate, bro. I don't care. Listen, bro. One thing that I've learned from listening to other people, communication is 90% of body language and 10% of what you say. Look at her body language when the way that she just said it, the way that she's starting to answer that question. Look at her body language. Look at how she's saying it. Look at her condescending tone. Watch this. I'm gonna rewind it back.
I don't care if these Black men feel like all these Black women are just so bad and they feel safer.
Look, you see that?
With these white women?
You see that? And they feel safer? That's a condescending tone, bro. Meaning that he's already telling you, nobody said that all Black women are bad. Nobody is saying that. But the way that you're looking at it is, well, that these white, that all women are bad or all Black women are bad, and then that you feel safer with the white woman. So what you're saying is that all white women aren't safe based off of your body language and how you said that. So are you saying that white women are safe? That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying.
Please go for it. Go for it. If you feel like that's where you're gonna be great, fine. But I think Jerry said it before. Go and be with these women. Leave Black women out of it. You don't have to constantly berate and talk down. You left us.
Bro, most niggas ain't berating y'all. That's the problem. The only time it seems to happen is when the question is asked, hey, why don't you date, you're a Black person, why aren't you dating this person? Well, because X, Y, Z, 1, 2, and 3. It just didn't work out that way. Sometimes it is the spade of spade. What is that spade of spade? Sometimes y'all loud. Some of y'all loud as hell. Some of y'all don't listen. Some of y'all are angry. Some of y'all don't have this. Some of you haven't healed from your trauma, your past traumas. Some of you are quarrelsome women. Some of you are. are hard to deal with, and don't nobody want to deal with that shit. And so it just so happens sometimes you had to divest yourself from just black women as a whole, because it seemed as if every time you come around this person, every time you come around a certain type of chick, a certain type of black chick, they always have this same energy. It's like, bro, what the fuck is going on? Now, could it be the man? It's like, hey, bro, these are the type of women you're attracting? Possibly. So therefore, in this case, it's like, hey, bro, I'm just gonna divest myself, bro, because it seems as if the type of women that I keep trying to go after, or the type of women that I want, they don't want me. So I'm gonna go where I'm celebrated and not tolerated. But it's not always the case. Black men ain't always putting y'all down. But what we do is try to hold y'all accountable, make y'all to look outside yourself to see the shit that y'all do, so that way you can take accountability and actually improve and better yourself. So that way for you can actually get in a relationship that you want to be in with the type of man that you want to be with, but y'all don't like to fucking listen. So then we go back and forth telling you what you should be doing as a woman, what you should be doing as a black woman. And then in order to give you an example, hey, look at this situation right here. Well, I don't want to be like that white woman. Why I want to be like that? Well, how come I can't be independent, do what I want to do, and still have my cake and eat it too? No, you can't. Monique tried to tell y'all, hey, stop wearing these fucking bonnets out here. Y'all crucified her. Felicia Rashad came on, went on the Breakfast Club and told what ladies should be doing and what they should be listening to their man, and they should be, they should be able to be a great woman and cover the hell up. Guess what they said? Ain't nobody listening to these goddamn old ass ladies. And you think men don't hear that? Then y'all get mad when niggas say, man, I'm not fucking with these black hoes, bro. And again, it's not all y'all. It's not. But there's a subgroup of individuals who got the biggest spotlight. And it seems as if it's all of y'all, but it's not all of y'all. It's just a subgroup of y'all.
We gone. We ain't shit. Keep our name out your mouth then. For some reason, it's like there was just a video of this man, this chicken eating ass, old ass, goofy, leather jacket wearing ass man, looked like he missing a couple teeth, walking up to these two beautiful black women that he didn't even know, unprovoked. Came up to them like, y'all some black bitches. That's why black men don't like you. Y'all bougie. My fiance is Asian. Baby, what prompted that?
But I can also say, what prompts black women to come up to me and say that because I'm not with a black woman, that I have a problem?
Well, so you with a white woman, or are you
I'm not with a white woman? No, I'm with an indigenous Mexican woman.
Okay, that's fine. That's great. But what I'm saying, not that. But what I'm saying, not that fine. My bad. That's fine. That's great. But what I'm saying, not that fine. My bad.
The indigenous Mexican woman.
Okay, that's fine. That's great. But what I'm saying, not that fine. My bad. I didn't mean to say it like that.
Darker than half of y'all.
Right. I didn't mean to say it like that.
So
that's good. I'm glad you're in a good relationship. But what I'm saying is this, sweetheart. It's not about I have a disdain for it. Am I weary based on history, right? Based on history and how white women move, how cunning they are, and how they kind of, align very well with male white supremacy. Am I sometimes a little worried for my black men that choose that side? And yeah, I am sometimes, but there are things that show why we should be a little wary of it. If you're going to go do it, that's fine, but you shouldn't have to talk down anybody else.
But right? I understand that, but also the inverse should be true as well.
And then also on your point of me being pro-black is just that. It is not anti anybody else. And the only reason why people think.
If you got to say you're pro-black, you're racist, bro. It's simple as that. No matter how you spin it, if you're pro-black, just say you're pro-black. Because if you gotta say it, that means you're racist. If you gotta say it, that means you're racist. I don't care what y'all say. You can try to spin it how you want to. I said what I said. I believe what I believe. If you gotta say that you're pro-black, then I already know you're racist. I already know. Because by you saying that you're pro-black, that means you judge based off of a person's skin color versus their character and who they are as a person. So when you hear people say, look, I don't care, like you hear people say, I don't see your skin, I see your character, I see who you are as a person. So that means, yeah, although we may have differences. Excuse me. We may have differences. We may come from two different backgrounds. But because I had the chance to sit here and talk with you, engage with you, I see the communication back and forth between us. I see how you're communicating with your body language as well as what you're saying, and it aligns. And it aligns with me, and I rock with it. It ain't the fact that you're white. It ain't the fact that you're Mexican. It ain't the fact that you're black. It ain't the fact that you're Asian. It ain't the fact that you're Malaysian. It ain't the fact that you're Samoan. It ain't the fact that you're any of these things. It don't matter. It's because I rock with you as a person. I rock with you because of who you are. That's why I rock with you. I don't rock with you because I'm, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, I rock with you because you white. You know what I'm saying? You're a white chick, so I fucks with you. Nah, I rock with you because of your character, dog. I love who you are. I love your mindset. I love where you're going. I love your aspirations. I love the thing. I love the way that you look at life. You look at life from an objective lens instead of from a victim lens. I like the way that you grew up with it in the two-parent household. I love your morals. I love your values. I love your principles. And it aligns with me. I asked you your 5 to 10 year goals, and it aligns with my 5 to 10 year goals. Oh shit, that's the connection right there. We align. We're on the same road. We parallel. Fuck that. I want to continue this. I want this to continue to build. Let's build a foundation. Now let's grow together. Just so happen you white. Just so happen you black. Just so happen you Asian. Just so happen you Mexican. Just so happen you Malaysian. Just so happen you Samoan. Whatever the case may be. That's what it is. That's the problem. Y'all don't know how to look beyond the race shit. So therefore, it goes, well, shit, racist. You racist. And that's how I look at it as well. When people say, well, shit, it ain't the fact that I'm racist, but I just prefer to be with a black person. Why? Not saying that it's a problem, but why though? Is it because of the fact that they're black? You didn't mention their character. You didn't mention anything. You didn't mention their values, their morals, or anything. You just said because you just want them to be black.
I think that it's because pro-whiteness was always.
But you are okay. So hold on.
Wait a minute.
Just because you're pro-black, just because when you said pro-white, it means the same thing as pro-black. Just want y'all to know that, but y'all try to switch it up and make it seem like it's something different or something that's not. It's not the same as pro-white. It's the same, bro. No matter how you spin it.
For a second, hold on.
You are aware of the inverse.
Let me see something.
Right.
What's the inverse?
Have you dated black women before?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So what is your experience with dating black women?
My experience with dating black women?
Yes, sir.
It was the same with dating every other woman. Because I chose their character, not their race.
Gotcha.
That's what I said, right?
I didn't really care what they look like. I didn't care about whatever they struggle with. It fits a specific character. But I will say, begrudgingly.
Look at the demons moving. That's when you know the demons. It's the demons. It's the demons. It's the demons.
Whatever they struggle with, it fits a specific character.
Look at it.
But I will say, begrudgingly.
And that's what I'm saying. When you start to speak, when you start to talk real shit, when you start to be honest, when you start to look at things from an objective standpoint, them demons start to come out. The real people start to come out. The real version. Look at her face. Look at the disdain on her face. Look at it. Look at it. She think it's a bunch of nonsense. She think it's a bunch of nonsense because why? She racist. She is. She's 1000% racist. And she probably got some trauma and she got some healing to do as well. That's what a lot of y'all need to do. Y'all need to go fucking heal, bro.
That the only hate I've ever received was from people that look like me. So that's the part I don't really understand. I'm genuinely trying to understand why my preference or my father's preference, which which led to me being here. Why that?
Oh, your mom's white?
She's Puerto Rican, which to y'all, she's white. She's European.
I don't think Puerto Rican is white at all.
She's Hispanic Puerto Rican. So
that ain't.
Nigga, look at what the fuck she said. See what I'm saying? Oh, so your mom's white? I can't stand her, bro. Yeah, dog. I'm sorry. I can't stand her.
Y'all, she's white. Look, she's European.
I don't think Puerto Rican is white.
Watch this.
Oh, your mom's white?
Oh, your mom's white? Look at it. She ready to come at him. She ready to come at him. Just listen to how she talk, bro.
She's Puerto Rican, which to y'all, she's white. She's European.
I don't think Puerto Rican is white.
And look at her. I don't think Puerto Rican is white. Look, you see what I'm saying, bro? Am I off? Am I tripping right now? Am I tripping? Am I tripping? Am I doing too much? Because what I'm listening, let's play.
She's Hispanic Puerto Rican. So
that ain't no white woman.
But she's considered white for.
So am I off? Am I off anywhere? Am I off anywhere? Did y'all not hear that? Am I tripping? Am I off on this situation? Let me hold up before I continue. Let me read some of these comments real quick. User once said, I'm Mexican. To me, in my opinion, I would have done the same. I don't know what you mean, but what do you mean you would have done the same? I don't know what happened to common sense. The white's not gonna choose. The Virgo says the white's not gonna choose you. I ain't looking to get. See, that's y'all. And see, this is y'all fucking problem. Ain't nobody looking to get chose, bruh. I don't need to get chosen. I don't need to get chosen. I ain't looking to get chose. That's y'all problem. Just because somebody don't agree with the shit that y'all say, because you a fucking victim, that don't mean somebody's looking to get chosen. I know how to think critically, bro. I know how to think outside the box. I ain't a fucking victim. That's y'all problem. Y'all always think somebody trying to get chose for something. Nah, I'm just speaking real because I don't agree with your sentiment, because I don't agree with this whole, this black white thing. I don't agree with it, fam. I had the luxury to hang around different people. I had the luxury to be in different areas and different places and around different people to understand how they fucking think, dog. I don't need to be picked by anybody, dog. I'm gonna do me regardless. I'm gonna be a rich motherfucker regardless. That's gonna be me, bro, regardless. Whether it's with white people, with black people, who Mexican, who the fuck ever, it's gonna be me. I don't need to get chosen, dog. I don't. Y'all think y'all think just because somebody is speaking objectively or somebody thinks different from y'all think somebody's always trying to get picked. Y'all some clowns, dog. Real talk. Angel Mercer, nope. Show ain't. Angel Mercer, nope. Let's see. That's our word. We want to take it back. On the Virgo, Angel Mercer, not him. Embarrassing our own people. Man, sit y'all goofy. Angel Mercer, sit down somewhere, bro. You just wanted some attention. Sit down somewhere. You want attention. Going on about your business. Nah, it ain't crazy. Because I'm gonna talk my talk regardless, bro. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's just a reaction. Hold on. All right, hold on. Let me see what you said. Run off anyone is just a reaction. You put one of us, I put one of you down. Exactly. That's not. I mean, if that's your reaction, cool. If you want to be, bro, if that's your reaction, if you want to crash out, do your thing. That's on you. But that don't mean you can't be. That don't mean you shouldn't be held accountable for your reaction. If you feel as if you need to do an eye for an eye, just know you're gonna be held accountable for it. And then if I'm gonna be the one who sees it, I'm gonna hold you accountable for it. It ain't about being black or white. It's just about like, what's the point of you doing an eye for an eye? Because guess what? It's gonna continue to keep going back and forth, and then to when does it end? When does it end? So what point does it make? So if you decide to crash out and then you still got a family at home, that you still got to take care of, that you got to worry about, but because you decided to react off of your emotions, now you done left them behind and you gone. Because you was thinking selfishly. And you weren't thinking about the other people who had to grieve too, who had to go through, who's going through the same shit that you're going through. Because you wanted to be selfish. That's the shit that I'm talking about. That's the critical thinking part. What you mean they should see? What you mean they should see that? No, they're grieving. When you're grieving, bro, you ain't thinking about trying to get in. Yeah, you may be angry, you may be pissed. There's so many different emotions. I get it. But that don't mean you need to react on it, bro. That's female. That's a female mentality. I'm sorry. That's a female mentality. That's a female mentality. A lot of these other clients gonna tell you, bro, you ain't a real man, bro, because if it was my kid, bro, I'm gonna crash the fuck out. You're emotional. That's an emotional trait. You're reacting off your emotion. That's not emotional intelligence. That's sporadic behavior. What you mean, let it happen to me? What are we talking about? Let it happen to me. Let what happen to me? Again, I don't care how you look at it. It's a sporadic behavior. It's an emotional reaction. It's a female trait. And I pray to God I never have to walk a mile in his shoes. But that don't mean I'm not gonna hold him accountable. Oh yeah, I've lost some people close to me, but guess what? I never crashed out either. Yeah, that's your child. I get it. But what is it? What is you crashing out gonna do for everybody else? Nothing. It's gonna bring more pain because you decided to crash out. Again, y'all thinking selfishly, bro. Look outside of the box. Step outside of yourself for one. Look at the whole picture, the bigger picture. You got other people who care about you. You got other people who are gonna be worried about you. You got other people who are out here grieving. You ain't the only one grieving. Because it's a crash out, Aaliyah. It's a crash out. You decided to react on an emotion because you were grieving. You were pissed. You were angry. And you decided to react on it. That's a female emotion. You know how kids do? They just do random shit just to do it. That's kid behavior. That's not emotional intelligence. I don't care how y'all look at it. Yeah, the cop shouldn't have. What cop? Because the cop that he decided to run over wasn't the cop that killed the 18-year-old. That's the point. So that sporadic behavior didn't warrant anything. He didn't even get the right person. So then again, so what are we talking about? What you mean it's hard not to support him? No, it's not. It's not hard to not support him. It's hey, listen, I'm sorry you lost your kid. I'm sorry that happened to you. I don't agree that he should have got a shot either. I don't agree with it. But that don't warrant you to go crash out and then go off another man who had nothing to do with it. He was a retired officer. Let me say it again. He was a retired officer, had nothing to do with the 18-year-old. Mind you, he got a kid in the family and grandchildren of his own. Yeah, the cop that killed him, yeah, all of that should have been held accountable either. Are any of y'all cops or have any of you served in the military or are any of you cops? I wouldn't justify it at all. I still wouldn't justify it because wrong is wrong. Because if I justify him going to kill the cop that killed his son, that would make me a hypocrite. Because I stand on right and wrong. I don't stand on race. I stand on right and wrong. Should that cop have shot the kid? Probably not. Could they have other reasons? But however, if you look at the entire situation, I can understand it. Are you a cop, Ali? Have you ever been in a situation like that before as a cop? Have you ever been in a situation like that as a military veteran? Have you? Do you know what it's like when you got to make a split decision? It's either your life or his. Have you ever done that? Have you ever been in a combat situation to where you're like, hey, listen, the wrong move might get me hurt? Have you ever been in that situation before? Because y'all just thinking off of y'all emotions. Y'all ain't thinking critically. Y'all ain't thinking logically right now. His son did have a gun. And an extra mag on top of that. He bent down to pick that gun up. Now, could we argue the fact that did he actually point the gun at him? Or did it look like he pointed the gun at him? You can't really tell. But however, again, have you ever been in that situation before? Because if somebody's picking the gun up and based off of the awkwardness of their body, it could have looked like he pointed the gun at me. Oh, nope. Boom, boom. I said he should have used the taser at least to just get him down. But it's a split decision. You got to be able to think critically. You got to be able to think on your feet. Boom, boom, boom. What you gonna do? So we can't sit up here keep talking off our emotions, bro. We gotta think. You gotta step outside the box and look at things objectively. If anybody should be in outrage, it should be the grandfather of the 18-year-old that passed away. He should be the main one. He should be the main one in outrage right now. But guess what? Did you hear his interview? Did you hear his interview? If you hadn't heard the interview, go and listen to it. And I guarantee you're going to think differently about the situation because that's his grandkid. That's his grandkid and that's his son that's in jail right now. And he has a totally different opinion from everybody else. Bro, no, they're not. They're not. Bro, what are you talking about? Black people kill black people more than cops kill black people. So what are we talking about, fam? If we can't sit up here and have the real conversation about black people killing black people more often than white cops killing black cops, then we can't have this conversation. Because nobody's over here, nobody's doing protests, nobody's standing up to Pookie and Ray Ray over there. Nobody's standing up to the YNs. Nobody. But everybody want to be in the outrage when another black man holds another black man accountable. When I say some shit about, hey, you know what? I disagree with what the father did. I disagree what he did. I disagree with the fact that he acted on his emotions. I'm not telling the man how to grieve, but I am telling you that, hey, if you decide to act on your emotions, you're gonna be held accountable. And it may not be by the other race, but it might be by your own kind. No, I haven't, because to be fair, it can be a mix of either luck or it can be a mix of I know how to conduct myself in public. Or when a cop pulls me over, I'm not arguing with them. I don't have an attitude when they pull me over. I'm not giving them a reason. Because, I mean, whether you like it or not, they are in a position of power. They got a gun. They got everything. So therefore, regardless if you like the shit or not, I'm not finna cause a situation. I still got to get back to my family. Those are the conversations that people don't want to have. People want to argue. People want to crash out. People want to get angry. Want to get an attitude for what? Calm down. You know your ass was speeding, so why the fuck you getting mad at the cop for pulling you over? That's your fault. You knew you weren't supposed to be looking at your phone and driving at the same time, but you were still doing it. You can't get mad at the cop for seeing that. If you got all your windows tinted and you driving across the neighborhood slowly and you looking sketchy, shit, I'm gonna call the cops too. If you in my neighborhood looking sketchy and you got a poo shiesty on, and you out here just looking around people's cars, or you just walking slow and you looking sketchy, and I ain't never seen you in the neighborhood before, nigga, I might call the cops too. I'm being honest. Because y'all hate them, and y'all love them, because at the end of the day, you still gonna be the ones that call them. You gonna need their help when shit transpire, and you gonna expect them to do their job. All cops aren't bad. Real talk. All cops are not bad, whether they're black or white. And there are a lot of bad cops too, black and white, not just white. There are a lot of them, and there are a lot of good ones too. So we can't keep playing. We can't keep having this same narrative. We can't. Let's see. Abunda said they forgot Crocs. I don't know what you mean, Abuna.
To a lot of people.
Amen. That ain't no white lady. Don't do that to your mama.
But even look at that, and look at this shit right here, and look at this goofy ass girl right here. That mama ain't white. That ain't your mama. See what I'm saying? That's rape, bro.
We don't consider them white. They requested to be white.
But it's.
Do y'all not? Hold on, wait. Do y'all not realize that y'all are racist?
That is so stupid, Anton. That is so.
And then listen. I want y'all to listen to this. Please listen. Just listen to this. Listen to what she just said. Listen to it. Watch. Hear this woman. Bro, you can be tired all you want. You can be tired. You can be tired all you want. Black people are tired. White people are tired. Asians are tired. Everybody's tired. But you can't keep, but at the same time, you can't sit up here and crash out. You can't sit up here and keep crashing out about some shit because you're tired. White people are tired of black people always playing victim. Shit, I'm tired of black people playing victim all the time because y'all ain't fucking victims no more. You can do whatever you want to do, whenever you want to do it, how you want to do it. You can become the richest motherfucker in the world if you want to. You can. But if you continue to keep holding yourself back, keep thinking that you're oppressed, you keep thinking that the white man is superior, then guess what? You're going to continue to be a victim. Because they struggling just like everybody else out here in these streets. No, I'm not stopping anything. I'm going to talk my talk, bro. Don't tell me, bro. You ain't going to censor me, bro. I'm going to talk my talk. And if you want to continue to be a victim, then continue to be a victim, bro. Just don't put me in it. I ain't going to be a victim. And I'm not a victim. And I'm not going to continue. I'm not going to pretend that I'm one. I ain't no slave. I'm not oppressed. There ain't no white man in my house. There ain't no massa in my house. Nigga, I'm the king of my castle. Like, what are we talking about? We keep talking. Nigga, I can walk outside my house right the fuck now. I can sit outside and chill and not have to worry about nobody pulling up on me or the cops pulling up on me like, hey, boy, what you doing over here? I ain't worried about none of that. I ain't worried about none of that because I'm focused on other shit, bro. I'm focused on getting to a bag. I'm focused on getting to the money, bro. That's what I'm focused on. I'm focused on leveling up. I'm focused on helping other people make more money. That's what I'm focused on. I ain't worried about what the cops doing out here. I ain't worried about all that shit. I ain't worried about being oppressed out here in these streets because I'm not oppressed. My family's taken care of. We can't keep doing that shit. I came from the South. I'm from Alabama. I know what that shit was like. I went to a private school. I grew up in the public school, and then I had the luxury to go to a private school. Play ball, was able to play ball in college. Was able to go into the military and see things from a different perspective and see it from a different lens. To look at things from a more objective standpoint instead of always looking at it as it's a black thing. Oh man, they're attacking us, bro. I seen more black people killing each other more than anything growing up. But we don't talk about that though. We don't have those conversations though. We too busy worrying about the white man killing the black man. I haven't grown up in no racist society, nor have I grown up in the ages where where they got dogs and they sicking dogs on black people and using the water hoses. I didn't grow up in that era, and I'm not gonna act like I did. So ain't no reason for me to play victim over here, dog.
Not realize that y'all are racist.
Look at this.
That is so stupid, Anton. That is so fucking.
My bad. I keep getting derailed, man. My bad, y'all. My bad. Let's go back to see what Jazz said.
Do y'all not realize?
Listen to what she said.
White woman. Amen.
See, look. Listen to what she said.
Oh, your mom's white?
She's Puerto Rican, which to y'all, she's white. She's European.
I don't think Puerto Rican is white at all.
She's Hispanic Puerto Rican. So
that ain't no white woman. Amen.
That ain't no white woman. Amen. That ain't racist. That's a black woman, by the way. That ain't racist. I'm not, and here's the thing. I need y'all to understand something. I'm not taking up for the white man or anything. I'm just looking at things from an objective standpoint. That's racist, right? Because guess what? If a white woman said it, y'all would say it's racist, right? People will be in an uproar. But this is a black woman who just said, oh, she ain't white. Amen. But that ain't racist, though, right? My brother, stay blessed and keep doing your thing, but don't sleep. I've never been asleep. I'm more alive. I'm more woke than anything. I see what's going on. I'm not naive. Understand that. I'm not naive at all. But I also pay attention too. In order to actually be awake, you got to look at things from both standpoints, not just from one side. Don't let your algorithm, and don't let certain people that's in your circle tell you one thing and you only believe that one side. You need to look at things from both sides and all sides. Because it's just as the saying goes, it's his story, it's her story, and then there's the truth that lies in the middle. I'm not only looking at things from one side. I look at both sides, and then I find the truth within. That's what this is about. All black people aren't bad people, right? Just like all white people aren't bad, aren't white. All white people aren't bad people. There are some. Just like there are some bad black people. There are some racist white people, just like there are some racist black people. But I'm not going to continue to keep moving and operating in fear or as a victim. I'm not. I'm worried about other things. We worried about getting to bags over here, dog. I don't know what y'all worried about getting to, but I'm worried about getting to the bag and put them because guess what? The more money that you gonna make, the less you're gonna be worrying about what the fuck the white man doing. The more money you make, let me say that again. The more money that you make and the bigger your bag is, you ain't worrying about this oppressed bullshit. You ain't worried about what the white man is saying. You ain't worrying about what everybody else is saying because your money is your money. It's a different conversation when you get in a different bag. You look at things from a different lens. Only people who are out here struggling in this world, that's all they got to worry about is worrying about racist shit. Because they don't know how to improve. They don't know how to grow in life. That's their problem. Look at all these crash outs out here. None of them. You haven't seen every person that's talking about race, any person that's over here talking about, oh, well, the black man or the white man, this, that, and the third. None of them motherfuckers are rich. None of them. None of them. Because the conversations are different once you level up. Ain't nobody talking about that shit when they get money. They talking about the next business. They talking about what's the next business venture, bro. Ain't nobody worrying about that shit. Do they not see what's going on? Yes, they see what's going on, but they ain't worried about it. They so far fucking removed from this shit. They're like, man, look at this. Look at these goof ass niggas out here crashing out. The more money you make, the more they see you. What are you talking about? the more that they see me and the more that they respect and understand, because guess what? They don't care about your race. They care about the contents of your character. The more money that you start to make, they want to know how you making your money. You're going to be talking money and business. You ain't talking race, dog. What are you talking about? You ain't talking race when you get up there in these levels. When you get into circles and rooms of people who got money, they ain't talking about black and white, bruh. They talking about business ventures. They talking about money. They talking about the next move, dog. They talking money. That's what they talking about. If you ain't talking money, you ain't talking nothing. You ain't talking to them. Now, mind you, are there some when exactly, just Nick, exactly, bro. Now, of course, are there some individuals who may try to slide something in? Of course. But you check them. Like, hey, dog, nah, we don't play that over here. And then you move on. Because once you got the money, you know you can do business. You know all right, cool. I know how this dude operates, so therefore I ain't gonna do business with him because he on some more shit. You're focused more on this person's character. It's like, man, look, bro, I'm not focusing on this niggas like he full of shit. Nah, I'm good on him. I don't need to do business with him. I'm good. I'll find another way. We gotta stop playing victim, dog. Like, we have to stop playing victim. As a black man talking to you, stop playing victim. Everything ain't black and white, bro. Everything ain't about race. I'm telling you. The more people, everybody that just pay attention. Regional, just pay attention. Next time, the more people that you see talking about race, the more people you see talking about being oppressed, look at what they do for a living. Look at their job. Facts, just Nick. Absolutely, bro. We talk about this shit all the time. Look at the job. Look at the shit that they do in life. Look at where they're going in life. Ask them what's their 5 to 10 year plan. I guarantee it's gonna be some bullshit. I guarantee you.
They're white to a lot of people.
Amen. That ain't no white lady. Don't do that to your mama.
But even
we don't
even
consider them white. They requested to be white.
But it's
Do y'all
not
not hold on, wait. Do y'all not realize that y'all are racist?
That is so stupid, Anton. That is so fucking dumb.
Well,
I hate when you say racist as fuck.
Well,
How are we being racist? How are we being racist by calling out the facts of what the fuck it is?
Because it's not really a fact. I think it's an opinion.
With racism?
So let me ask y'all a question, chat. If let's just say I don't know y'all, right? Let's just say I don't know y'all, right? And I ask you, hey, is your wife white? And you say, nah, man, she's X, Y, and Z. I'm like, oh, okay, shoot. All right, then, amen. Wouldn't you take that kind of like, what the fuck you mean by that? Like, when you take that as, like, nigga, you sound kind of racist right now. Or am I off? Or am I tripping? Because that's how I would take on like, why does that matter? Talking about, what you mean, amen? Like, what if she was? Then what? Am I tripping? Am I off on that? Let me know. This
is what boggles my mind about y'all. Because how can my disdain for a white person will never have bearing on their life. It would never cause them to lose their job. It would never cause them to lose their home. If they're safe, whether I like them or not. A white person having a disdain for me because of my color, my life is going to be affected by that. My brother's life is going to be affected like that. They actually have social economic power to alter someone's life if they don't like them based off their color. This history has shown us that. So us talking about it, Anton, you're smarter than this. You have to stop saying no. You have to stop saying that it's racist.
You're not just talking. You're not just talking about it.
We have to stop saying that it's racist for Black people to call out racism. You might as well be a white supremacist, which I think you want to be. When you say stuff like that, it gives that I wish I was a white man so I can make sense when I say these things. It doesn't make sense to me.
Who are you talking about?
Racist, babe.
Hold on, wait.
I can't be racist speaking the truth. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with you.
You sound like that white lady that called that baby the N-word. She said the same thing. She said it's the truth. What makes y'all any
Okay,
different?
but Antoine and them earlier said that it didn't matter, so therefore it doesn't matter that she said.
That's
You said what
ridiculous.
now?
So calling a child the N-word, a child.
Wait a
child.
minute.
You said it was a fact. That white lady said
how can
that's
a
what
child
he is.
You're so ignorant. How can a child, an innocent child,
what makes you any different from the white lady though, Jazz?
Because if it was a white baby that took her baby's toy, do you think she would have called that baby the N-word? What do you think she would have called that white baby? Huh? So you want to sit here and try to sit here and tell me? No, shut the fuck up. Because I'm
your
tired of your
skin
long
is just darker than hers, but y'all are like y'all are both like on two different ends of the same spectrum.
Black hair having ass. You always talking shit.
Can you shut the fuck up?
Let's mute it up. Let's move on. I think
you want to talk about gutter.
No, now I think Anton had a question.
Anton, no, don't piss me off.
Question.
I didn't hear what Janae has said, but
I was stating that when Jazz was mentioning racism, she mentioned the white lady calling the baby nigger. And I'm saying earlier in the conversation, before she was present, you all mentioned how that was not, you didn't say it was okay, but what you did talk about was how racism didn't matter, it didn't hold weight and all those things. So now in this conversation, when she's saying something, for you to say, well, wait, for you to say, you know you're racist, it doesn't matter.
So what I just
we're just doing what we know. This is the American way to be racist.
Oh my God, wait, Jazz, oh my.
So what I said doesn't matter. The first thing that I said,
I can't stand that hope.
I preface it by saying that she was wrong. All right. So let's be very clear. I didn't.
You did. I just said you didn't say that.
Right, I know, but I didn't validate anything. So why doesn't it matter? Why can't multiple things be true at the same time? And,
I agree with you with you saying
just because she's wrong doesn't make you guys right. And so when y'all not just talking.
What are we wrong about, Anton? What are
y'all
we
not just talking. How am I wrong? And I haven't even said anything.
No, I said, what are we wrong about? You said we're wrong. What are we wrong about?
I'm explaining it to you.
Okay.
So y'all not just conversating about an issue or being concerned. You guys are making comments. You celebrating when somebody says that he's not. He said his mother isn't white, and y'all couldn't wait to. Oh, sure. Good thing she ain't white. Y'all listen. If it's in the reverse, then y'all would label that to be hate. Y'all would label that to be racist. Y'all would do something. A very fundamental basic rule of life is that you don't say or do anything to anybody that you would not be okay with being done to you.
So
that is
it's
just
racism.
Hold on. That's a universal law.
Yep.
You treat people how you want to be treated. You forgive according to how you want to be forgiven.
Yep.
It's biblical, it's scripture, it's spiritual, it's universal. Everybody, even children, understand it.
Yep.
And so for y'all to think that y'all okay with saying some hateful stuff about other people and about the potential for who his mother could be, and thinking that that's cool, y'all not cool. Let me just tell you.
Who said something about his mother?
I believe I'm probably
just let you know that they don't listen what the hell they be saying. A lot of them just be talking just to be talking. And so when he reiterated everything that they were saying, because when you listen with intent and you listen to understand, you can reiterate what people say to you. But the people who just be talking shit and just be splurring shit out, they don't understand what they're saying. That's why these two goofies right here, Miss Janae Music and Jazz, they were like, well, who's talking about their mother? Well, y'all were, because your reaction to when he said that, no, my mother is Puerto Rican, or no, so she's been Americanized, and Jazz was the one who said, well, she ain't white. Amen. That response right there already shows that you're racist towards white women, bro. Just how you said that. It shows your racism right there. But y'all don't listen because y'all just like to say shit. We like fucking kids. You just do shit. You just say shit. Just the first thing that come in your head, you say it. You don't think before you speak. You just say shit.
The oldest person on this panel. And this is what I know for sure.
What's up? What's up, Just Nick? What's your question? He said, I have a question before you go on. Talk to me. What's up? Hey. It's a good question. So Nick, Just Nick says, is it racist or more so prejudice due to system implications on the first word? You know what? I would say prejudice. I would probably say prejudice.
Y'all hate and y'all that spirit that y'all got down in y'all, it doesn't benefit you. It's not going to
because it can be different.
Results.
But I think based off of what Jazz has been talking and what I've been seeing with her, I would align it more with being a racist more than prejudice than anything. I would see her being more as a racist. Just because there's a before you came in, there was a few other things that she said, and if she said what she said, and then if you were to take this exact same thing that she said and put it on a white woman, and the white woman said it towards black people, yeah, 1000% racist.
You're not going to have no better results from it as far as making money. You're not going to have better relationships. Your network is not going to benefit you.
Let's run it back.
That spirit that y'all got down in y'all, it doesn't benefit you. It's not going to use. I believe.
That's a good question though. I appreciate that. That's a great question.
Probably the oldest person on this panel. People and about the potential for who his mother could be, and thinking that that's cool. Y'all not cool. Okay. And I can just tell you.
Who said something about his mother?
I believe I'm probably the oldest person on this panel. And this is what I know for sure. Y'all hate and y'all that spirit that y'all got down in y'all, it doesn't benefit you. It's not going to yield you no better results. You're not going to have no better results from it as far as making money. You're not going to have better relationships. Your network is not going to benefit you in any way. I have never seen in my entire life, and I've been to a lot of places. I've seen a lot of things, and I've had a lot of conversations. I've never seen in my entire life hate translate into success in any way, shape, or form. So
didn't I just say that?
Just me trying to give y'all some
Didn't I just say that? Didn't I just say that? I just said that not too long ago. Motherfuckers keep worrying about race. You're putting a ceiling on yourself. You won't be able to level up. You won't be able to grow. You won't be able to get to a bigger bag because you so focused on what's going on. You so talking about systematic racism and this oppression and all this shit. You living it, running in the victim Olympics and talking about, oh well, it's the white man holding me back. No, he ain't. Them niggas on welfare too. What you talking about? They on welfare too. A lot of them niggas out here struggling too. A lot of them. They gonna act like they ain't, but they struggling. They trying to hold it together just like y'all are. So all this shit that y'all talk about, bro, you putting the ceiling on yourself. You're putting a ceiling on yourself. Shit, Just Nick says shit always going to be there. Just make money, live and keep pushing, find a table or build one. Exactly. Find a table or build one. Exactly, bro. Oh yeah, and that's what I'm saying. We know it's here. Like, we're not naive to the situation, but we ain't focused on that. We focused on the money. We focus on growing, building. We focus on making sure we get to a place where we ain't got to worry about our financial stability because it's already there. We ain't worried about it. We worried about getting to a place where we see $1 million home. We know we can buy, but we just don't, just because it ain't just like, you know what? I'm good on it. I know I can buy it right now, cash, but I don't need it right now. Exactly. Too many people worried about talking about systematic oppression and worrying about what the white man doing, talking about, oh, well, they say a word of calling you the N-word. Listen, bro, they call me an N-word, I'm gonna call them a crap. So, hey, so what's up? What we doing? I know how you feel, you know how I feel, and I'm gonna keep it pushing. As long as you don't affect my bag, we straight. As long as you ain't getting in front of the money, I am perfectly fine. Say what you want to say to me. But guess what? That don't mean I'm gonna say some shit. That don't mean I ain't gonna say nothing back to you. But just know. You feel me? So like we gonna be calling each other the N-word. Like, well, shit, I can say it too. What you mean?
The only people that y'all hurt is you.
Yep.
You limit your conversations, you limit your opportunities, you limit the people that you can interact with, you limit the people that can help you, you limit people that have great character by thinking that they're supposed to overcome your issues that you have and that they're supposed to qualify themselves to be in your life. Most people will just walk away. Most people will just be like, you know what, they got it. There's some really, really cool, nice people.
Exactly, bro. Y'all be killing y'allselves, bro. A lot of y'all black people today, y'all kill y'allselves, and white people too. Y'all kill y'allselves because y'all so worried about race. I've had so many dope conversations with people of another race. I'm telling you, it is insane. It is insane. The things that you learn, the things that you find out, the things that you know. It's so refreshing. It's like, damn, I didn't even know that. It's like, fuck. So you telling me if I do X, Y, Z, I can do this? Yeah, man. You didn't know this? Hell no, I didn't know this. Well, now you know. Now go implement it. Oh, too easy. Bet I go implement it. Yeah, man. Go ahead, bro. Ask a question on Region. Ask a question. Go ahead. Go ahead, bro. Yo, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, bro. And if you want to support the channel, the link is in the description as well. And also going across the screen also. Region 5, Realms of Greatness. I like that name. All right, so he asked, when you get the bag, what you going to do with it? You mean what am I doing with it now? I'm investing it. I invest my money to get an even bigger bag. And then once I get to a point where I'm able to hire different people, I'm going to hire people to continue to keep running the business. And then on top of that, we're going to make sure the family's straight. We're going to put them in positions of greatness. We're going to make sure that they're great. That's what we're going to do. We ain't going out here splurging on random shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we got a bag, so now we finna go blow a bag. Nah. We investing. We investing smartly. We invest in the right way because we want to make sure we keep the money. Because it ain't about how much money you make. It's about how much money you keep. So that's what we focus on. Because trust me, I know a lot of people. Me and my good friend Nick, we know a lot of people who got Lamborghinis and who got sports cars, but they can barely pay for it. They struggling. We want to make sure we don't struggle over here. We want to make sure we straight and we set, and we making sure that we're opening opportunities for other people to work, grow, and build. That's what we focus on. That's what the bag is. The immediate family, but what about the nation as a family? What you mean, what about the nation as a family? You got to take care of home before you can take care of everybody else. You got to make sure your home is straight before you go out and before you start worrying about everybody else. You got to make sure home is taken care of first. Once home is taken care of, then you can venture out and then help everybody else. That's the point of growing and investing and continue to open up more businesses, because guess what? Now you're creating more opportunities. But I'm opening opportunities for people who want to be great, not for just people who just asking for handouts. I don't do that. I don't want to be around people who only ask for handouts. I want to be around people who want to work, who want to find ways, who want to implement, who want to grow, who want to build. And that don't come with just being a certain race. That comes with everybody. That's the vision. It's the plan. That's the goal. We're putting forth the action. The action is here. You are seeing it in real time, bro. Real talk. You're seeing it in real time. You're seeing it in real time. So I want to move over to this last topic for the night, man. Bro, we are 2 hours in, y'all. God damn. We are 2 hours in. I did not expect to go this long. You know, I kind of derailed a little bit, but you know, that's on me. But it is what it is. That's what happens when you're having a good show, when you're having a good time, when you're enjoying yourself, when you're loving what you're doing. I love this shit. So let's move on to the last and final topic, man. And Charlie Kirk. Oh, I like that. Heck yeah, bro. I appreciate you. Yeah, Charlie Kirk, man. You know, it's been a lot of these debaters. They've been going to these different schools and having these conversations with these college students, bro. And these college students, bro, I don't know who been teaching them and what they've been saying, but it's egregious. I swear. So I want to go ahead and I want y'all to hear this. This would be my first time listening to it. Of course, there's African American student debating with Charlie Kirk, and so about race, but we'll get there. So let's go ahead and get into the topic.
Impact their material worth. How did Asians do so well? And by the way, even more so
from the beginning.
Great.
We're not gonna spend too much. We're not gonna spend too much time on this one. You know what I'm saying? Because I think we've kind of beat a dead horse when we're talking about race and everything, but I kind of wanted to give a different perspective, and so everybody can see what I'm talking about as well. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Perspective on DEI, and because based on what I heard earlier, I feel like you don't think I belong here.
Oh,
because
really?
Absolutely, bro.
Why? How I am a black man, and because of DEI, I'm not qualified enough to be here. Yes, I am.
Okay, great. Then you belong.
But why do I have to prove that to you?
You don't. You brought it up. I didn't.
Okay, but can you explain to me your position on DEI?
Yes, people should not be in positions just because of the color of their skin. Hard stop.
Okay, but do you feel like I'm here because
I'm not feeling anything towards you, actually. Okay, I'm not prejudicing you. I'm not stereotyping you. I'm saying it's a material.
I'm not saying you are. I'm not saying you are.
No, you are. You said I don't feel comfortable being here. You started with.
I didn't say I wasn't comfortable being here. I said I feel like you made it to where I got here through DEI.
So let's examine that. What have I said that makes you feel that way?
When you mentioned how DEI is only just putting people of color and marginalized groups in spaces, even if they're not so and so
correct. That's exactly what DEI does.
But that's not all that it does. You're categorizing it as something it isn't.
No, that's exactly that is the charter mission.
That's not all.
Okay, so diversity, equity. So equity is outcome based. Is about making people who are of different skin colors have the same outcome, regardless whether or not they are qualified. The best example we have of this is the Students for Fair Admission Harvard Supreme Court case, where black students, they could have a SAT score 300 points lesser than the Asian equivalent and still get into Harvard. That is DEI in practice. I believe when you're hiring for an organization or for a company or for whatever you are doing, you should prioritize merit and character, and race should mean nothing. We should build around things that matter, and not things that don't matter.
Okay, but you have to also you have to also take into the fact that Black people have only been able to completely legally be able to make profit for themselves for around 60 years. And this is no. Since segregation ended in 1965 and the Equal Rights Act in 1965. So what you're talking, there's not.
How does that? So let's talk about you. How did that impact you? How did something that happened 60 years ago impact your life?
It impacts me all the time.
How?
What do you? Okay.
You're at Texas A&M. You're doing great.
Okay. Yes. Sure. Yeah.
So aren't you a living example that all that's a bunch of nonsense and you could just act good and behave well and succeed?
But there's also living examples of the exact opposite.
But that's my point. So therefore, what he's displaying right now. So he has this. I can't even think of the term right now. So he has this guilt. It seems like he has this guilt because he's able to do well. So he feels as if he has to go and support the other people that who wasn't able to afford what he has right now, right? For the ability to go to college. So he has this guilty, what do y'all call it? Y'all help me out. What do you call that? When you make it out the hood, you got this guilt, you got this guilt because you were the one who made it and everybody else didn't. So you feel as if you leaving everybody else behind. I forgot what you call that. But that's what I think that he has going on right now. The fact of, or it may just be talking points that he's using and he just want to feel like a victim. Because just as he's using the same example, well, you're showing the example of it's not like it was 60 years ago because you're an example of that. Exactly, bro. I don't have any guilt either. So I don't know why he has any guilt or if that's what it is. But he's a living example of this ain't 60 years, 60, 70 years ago. He's a prime example of that. Yeah, can we point at other people that may not have done the same thing or went along the same path as him? Yeah, we could. But again, those are also decisions that were made. So can you blame that on what happened 60 years ago? Or can we blame that on the decisions? And the circle that he was around, the people that he was around, I'm pretty sure he was around the people that told him, hey, you need to go to college. You need to get away from here. Or wherever he's from, he's probably from the suburbs. But just saying. Exactly. You can earn more, start more, and show people like him the path. Exactly, bro.
Opposite. If you look in the impoverished neighborhoods in certain parts of Chicago or St. Louis, there's Black communities being thrown aside because they're not getting education.
Thrown aside? Okay, yes, so I think we can get somewhere. Why have the Black community gotten poorer since the passage of the Civil Rights Act? Tell me that.
Ooh.
Because of the way the culture has been perpetuated through the years.
That's a great question.
Think about it.
Charlie
so they were richer when we were segregated and more racist. America's become less racist.
What about Tulsa?
What? Yeah, no one's going to defend what happened in Tulsa again. But let's talk. We're talking about a lot of different cities.
Okay, he's moving the goalpost. He's moving the goalpost. It's like, I'm sorry that went through that, but I can feel. Yeah, exactly, bro. I'm so sorry you went through that, but I can't feel guilt for it. I can't exactly. Can't. That's what I'm saying. Like, listen, y'all went through it, but I don't know what that's like, nor do I want to experience it ever. So, hey, it is what it is, but I'm not gonna try to use that as an excuse to why I can't be successful. You crazy as hell. I'm not gonna use that. Better and help my people out, but showing them better and getting them the opportunity. Exactly. That's how you get them out, because I'm not giving handouts. No, if you want it, you have to work for it. I can show you how to get there. Like, look, this is what I did. This is what you can do too. You can implement this, but if you choose not to, that's your decision. So you can't go back and say that it was the white man. No, it was you. It was your fault. I showed you how to do it. I'm doing it. I did it. Look how I'm living. I can show you how to do it. If you choose not to take that path, it's on you. But you can't say that I didn't try to help you.
also, but let's again, this is a very important point. Why is it that Black America has gotten richer on average, poorer on average?
So he's asking, why is it that Black people were richer during those times, during the water hose and them sicking dogs on people in those times? Why were they richer in that time? But now that the whole segregation and everything has gone down and race and all that shit is going down, Black people have become poor. Why is that? That's the question.
Since America passed all these anti-racist laws. Okay, yeah. So do you think the fact that 70% of Black youth don't have a dad around is probably pretty important?
That's because of the culture.
So respectfully allow me to interject. How does the white culture impact the fact whether or not a Black dad stays around when he impregnates a woman?
I'm not saying it's the white culture.
What is it?
The culture that has been perpetuated through the 200 years of slavery, the 100 years of segregation and Jim Crow laws.
The marriage, so I got to interject again. I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt too much. But in 1960, before the Civil Rights Act, 20% of Black youth had a dad around. Now it's, 20% were single fathers, 80% had a dad around. It's been inverted. So we actually have seen Black dads run away from their kids the last 60 years. Why is that?
Because of the raised incarceration rates, because of the perpetuated culture.
So how does one go to jail?
That's obvious. I'm not answering that question.
Yeah, so maybe it's because they committed crimes.
Okay, but when you're forced it's not just this is old, this is in the past, this doesn't affect you anymore.
Okay, so actually let's take a different group. How did the Holocaust impact Jews? They're doing pretty well.
Well, because they got reparations, we didn't.
How? What reparations did the Jews
get?
Through
acknowledgement, through money, through
we acknowledge slavery happened.
Okay, but you're sitting here and acting like it plays no role.
No, but to your argument, the Holocaust was 80 years ago. Half of all the Jews on the planet were killed. Everything they earned was taken. Jews are doing great. They're the wealthiest subgroup, racial group or ethnic group in America. If all of a sudden something that happened 80 years ago impacts your material prosperity, how did Jews defy the curve? How did poor Asians do so well? Why is it that Asians are now the wealthiest minority in America, many of whom came with no money in the 1950s or 60s?
Because of the culture and opportunities that were provided to them.
But you're not hearing me out. Black Americans have had the same opportunities. However,
people still look at us like criminals every day.
Hold on, but I don't look at you like a criminal.
I'm not saying you do. I'm saying some people do.
But I mean, do you want me to be brutally honest with you, or do you want me to be politically correct?
Brutally honest with you.
Okay. Do Black people commit more crimes than white people? It's not even close.
Okay. But you have to take into account the culture that has been perpetuated.
Okay, got it. So we can agree on this. Do you mean
he killing that perpetuated? He killing that perpetuated that has been perpetuated. But you have to take into account the culture that has been perpetuated against us. But you got to take into account what's been perpetuated. He killing that perpetuated, but he must just learn that term.
It's deeper than that.
Do you think, let's take time out. Do you think the average rap artist that a Black kid in the hood is listening to is glorifying marriage and family and saving your money?
Nope.
That's what sells, because it's a culture thing. It's not just within the Black community.
I agree. No, but hold on.
Everyone listens.
Listen. I'm gonna be 100 stacks with y'all, bro. If all the rap today, if everybody just say, you know what, we gonna make a switch. If everybody, the Cardi B's, the Beyoncé's, the Taylor Swift's, the Glorillaz, I don't even know why I said Taylor Swift. Let's take Taylor Swift out of that. She ain't in that coach. The Glorillaz, the Megan Thee Stallions, every new chick that's coming up, every rap artist that's coming up now. And I guarantee you, if every one of them switched over and just started talking about marriage and bringing the fathers in the home, having a 2-parent household, I guarantee you to my last dollar, the entire culture will flip and everybody in the culture will start doing better and start holding themselves accountable. I guarantee you. But because everybody want to be YNs, everybody want to be thought pockets, chicks want to twerk in Lululemon, knowing they're supposed to do that, but then get mad when motherfuckers call them ratchet, then call them out of pocket, call them stank hoes. Then they want to get mad. That's all. It's like the boy who cried wolf. You can't keep crying about the same shit and ain't shit happening. You can't keep, oh, I'm a victim. It's always the white man. It's the white man. It's this. But yet and still, you out here twerking and doing crazy shit, crashing out in these streets, and you get mad when people try to hold you accountable. Not try, when people do hold you accountable for, you want to get mad. Oh, it's the perpetuation of the culture, and that's the way it is in the culture, because the culture, like, man, fuck what y'all talking about. That's a bunch of bullshit. It sounds like excuses, and it sounds like victimhood. I don't want to be a part of it.
It's not just isolated.
It's bad for everyone who listens to it. The point being is that Black youth, as they are being raised, their role models are largely not glorifying staying with one woman, getting married, going to church. And if you're wrong, show me the Black role models that are doing that. There might be a couple I could think of, maybe. But if it's about culture, you're right. The internal Black culture has collapsed the last 60 years.
Yeah.
We're no longer elevating the family. We're no longer elevating staying with the person that you're with. So our contention here as conservatives is that the systemic racism stuff is a bunch of rubbish. Instead,
listen, your savings account is robbing you blind. But don't worry. I found out a way how to make my money work in my sleep, and I can help you do the exact same thing. Now, this isn't no get rich quick scheme. This isn't no pyramid scheme. This isn't something just trust situation. This is legit, and this is something that every everyday person can implement in their life, and they can really get to it bad. This isn't a short-term play. It's a long-term play. There's a promo going on right now, so you definitely want to jump on it before the price goes up, because this is too valuable. The link is in the description. And hey, let's get our money up. Let's get back to the video.
Can't do. Fallacy. That's a slippery slope.
No, it's not.
I don't know why.
Very simple. No, because back in 1940, you would have been able to answer that question. Well, Charlie, there's a bathroom over there that I can't go to. There's a major league team.
I can't walk into the grocery store and get the same looks that you do. I walked into Brookshire Brothers a couple weeks ago when I was looked at.
That's an insanely hyper paranoid way of living life. That's not
ethics, right? Man, listen, bro. I'm done talking about this, bro. Like they doing too much. They doing too much. Everybody want to be a victim. Everybody want to be a victim out here, and don't nobody want to put in the work. Don't nobody want to grind it out. Don't nobody want to go through the hard struggles. Don't nobody want to go through shit. They just want to cry and blame everybody else except themselves. I ain't for that. Listen, I'm all about getting to it. We trying to get to it bad. We trying to run it up. We want to first build ourselves up, so that way we can reach out and help others who also want to be in a position that far better than where they are today. Stop being a victim. You ain't a victim. And I don't care what you can dislike everything that I say, but I'm gonna hold you accountable. Whether you black, white, orange, or green, I don't care. You can call me whatever name in the book, but that I'm still gonna stand on business. If you right, you right. You wrong, you wrong, and I'm gonna call you out on it. It is what it is, bro. Y'all can keep acting like victims if y'all want to, but y'all gonna be the ones that's gonna hold y'all self back. And then when everybody else is moving along and moving forward in life, and you still up here stuck in the fucking 40s and 30s, talking about what systemic racism and oppression and the white man and all that shit, you gonna stay right there. Stay right there where you at, while all of us continue to keep moving forward and continue to keep building and growing. Like they say, wash my hands of it. I'm finna keep fight for that bullshit. We out here making moves, dog. I ain't got time for that shit. I ain't got time for that victim mentality, dog. Nope. None of it. But hey, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in with your boy. This was a great show tonight. This was a lovely show tonight. Make sure y'all tap in with me on Tuesday. I will be going live at 6 p.m. And yo, this is the new time on Saturdays, 9:05 p.m. This is the new time. It was 6 p.m., but I think it's a lot better at 9:05 p.m. So make sure y'all lock in with your boy. Make sure y'all tap in with your boy. Thank you for locking in with me. This shit was fun. Hey, look, let's get to the bag, y'all. Let's get this money up. Listen, go and get Earn While You Save right now. There's a promo going on. Link is in the description. If you want to learn how to start saving your money the right way without using a traditional bank, this is not no get rich quick scheme. This is not no pyramid scheme. This is not no cryptocurrency stuff. It's none of that. This is the legitimate way. If you got a 9-to-5 and you want to learn how to save your money and you have your money actually grow for you while you're sleeping, like right now, my money can grow in its sleep. My money is working for me. I can teach you how to do that. And this is something that you can learn today. This ain't something that's going to take time for you to learn. This is something you can learn and implement today. So go and get that ebook right now. The link is in the description, y'all. I'm telling you, it will change your life. So, but until next time, man, I love y'all. Thank you.